Okay, we're on. Let us play some 14 Minesweeper variants. I got the timer up there. Just cause I can. I got the timer up here. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. Let us get going, I suppose. Is that timer is on? It is. Wow. Insane. Okay, what are the rules here? Multiple and outside. Alright, multiple means that this chessboard shaped thing, all the shaded cells, all the colored cells, if there are mines there, they are worth 2 mines. That's simple enough. And outside is outside is that all mines are orthogonally connected, and all mines are orthogonally connected to the outside, and all mines are orthogonally connected together. So you can see the mines here are connected to the outside, and the other mines are all connected to each other. Alright, so how shall we do this? Well, let's see. Okay, for the outside, we can look at a specific pattern, and the outside outside this pattern is never possible. And the reason why is because this must touch the outside, this must touch the outside, and then you have separated these 2 mines. So in outside, the basic rule is that mines cannot form this kind of pattern. And that helps in this setup, because if this were a mine, you would need another singular mine here or here to make your 2, and whichever it is, you would have this be empty, and therefore this forms your pattern, which cannot work. So that means this can't be a mine. 3. Well, we know there's 2 in these 4 cells, so this set of 3 cells cannot have any more than a 1, so this can't be a mine. A 5. Well, we know a 3. Well, we know there's a 1 here. So because we can use parity, right? There is exactly 1 here. To make 5, you need an odd number of mines, or a value of an odd value. And to do that, you need an odd number of single mines. Right? If you had a second mine here, then the single mines would add to 2, and there's no way you'd get to an odd number in any other case. So this can't be a mine either. Do we know there's exactly 1 mine here? No, we don't. Well, we do know that there has to be only 1. And the reason why is because if there were both mines, then this would add up to 5, which breaks the 4. So there can only be 1 mine here. Can it be 0? No, because if there was 0, then these are both mines, which then breaks the 3 instead. So there is exactly 1 mine here, 1 mine here to finish the 5, and 1 mine here to finish the... Oh, and no mines here, because the 1 mine here would finish the 2. 3. Well, 3 means this has to be a mine by parity. The 4 sees a 3 so far, so this can't be a mine. And then to finish the 4, this has to have 1 mine in it. And the 6 is now complete because there's 3 mines here, so these are both mines. Okay. This must be empty to avoid the outside pattern, so this is a mine. This 6 sees a 1, so it needs to see 5. Well, for it to see 5, I'm pretty sure this and this must both be mines, right? Yes, so this is not a mine. 7, I think 7 is just complete. Yes, it is. So this is not a mine. This 4 sees 3 so far, so it cannot see 2 more. So these are both non-mines, therefore this is a mine to complete the 2. Cool, this 3 means this has to be a mine. This 8 is almost complete, but I'm pretty sure these must both be mines. Similar to a reason why this 5 here must be both mines here and here. So these are both mines. Yes, okay. Ooh, a very interesting pattern. Oh, this 3 is just complete. Okay. Wow, a lot of numbers here. This 4 sees 1, so you see 3 more, which implies this must be a mine. This 6 now sees a 5, so this can't be a mine. This 3 sees 2 so far, so it can't see 2 more. And same for this 3, although like, we now know that this 3 must have 1 mine here, and this 3, seeing 1 mine, must have 2 more, which can only be done like so. 5 seeing 5 here means this must be a mine, I'm pretty sure. And now this actually has to be a mine as well. Otherwise you have the outside pattern. So this isn't a mine, this is. This is therefore a mine. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this can't be empty either because of the outside pattern, so that has to be a mine. I think this 8 is now complete. Very cool. This 4 is complete as well? Yes. So this is a mine. Yeah, okay. This 8 over here sees 6 so far, so you see 2 more. Yeah. But this can't be a mine because if it was, you'd have empty cells here and here, which forms multiple outside patterns. So that can't be a mine, so these are both mines. Ooh, 2 mines remaining. Okay, we can do something with that. For example, yeah, if we had a mine here, then we know all of these cells are disconnected from the non-mines, meaning they have to all be mines, but then that breaks your mine count of 2. So this can't be a mine. I think similarly this can't be a mine because then you have this set of unconnected cells, and you need, you know, these to be both mines, which overloads your 2. So this can't be a mine. Yeah, this can't be a mine. Can it? No, because, well, you can do this. That's fine. And everything else is empty. Right? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure this can't be a mine either. Because of the same reason as this. If this were a mine, again, not very useful because you could just put a second mine there. This is fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Wow, this is really oh, this has to be empty because of the outside pattern. Does that say anything? Apparently not. Wow, well, there has to be some number of mines here, right? The reason why is because all mines must connect to the outside, and so if there were no mines here or here, your mines would kind of just break. These would not connect to the outside, so there has to be some number of mines here. I guess that means that none of these can have mines anymore, although that's not true because you could always have a mine here, and then your final mine could also be anywhere. Although now we know that there has to be at least one mine here. Everywhere else must have maximum of 1, right? That means, like, by the same logic, this can't be a mine, this can't be a mine, and this can't be a mine. Yeah. This 4 over here sees 3, so that has to be a mine. And because there has to be exactly 1 mine here, this can't be a mine, and this can't be a mine now. Now we know there's 1 mine here. Therefore, if this were a mine, I don't think it works. Because this doesn't work. And this doesn't work. Oh, this works. But it works. But we only have 1 mine remaining, yeah. Yeah, again, because we know there has to be at least 1 mine here, then we know these are all non-mines. In fact, we now know that this must connect to this edge, so that has to be a mine and that's not. Cool, okay. What was the time? 8 minutes. That wasn't that bad. Okay. Let's keep going. What is this? Dual and liar. Okay, so dual means mines must form these dominoes like that. They can't touch each other and they have to be exactly 2 in a row. And this liar clue means that the numbers are actually 1 greater or 1 less than its actual value. So here 5 is 1 greater than 4, here's 5 is 1 fewer than 6. Yeah, okay, so that's the rules. So this 0 must therefore be a 1, definitely. And because it's a 1 and because of the dual rule, you know this can't be a mine. If it were, it must, you know, make its second partner in one of these cells, and therefore that breaks 0, which is actually a 1. I think same here and here, which implies that these are all not mines. This 0 means there's a 1 mine here, so none of these are mines. That's a lot of zeros. There's one mine here. This 0. Okay. If this were a mine, then this has to be empty by this 0, and because of this 0, this has to be empty as well. But then this mine is now isolated and no longer part of a pair. So it means this can't be a mine, therefore this is, and to make a pair, this must extend out. 2 and 1. Well, this 1 is definitely a 2, and this 2 is definitely a 3. Well, this can't be a mine then, because if it were, then by this one, this is empty, and by this one, this is empty, which then isolates this mine. So that can't be a mine. 5. Okay, well, this 5 is probably a 4. See, notice this 2 being a 3 plus this 1 mine here. This 1 being a 2 plus this 1 mine here. Now this 5 can be a minimum of 4, and there are already only 3 mines around it. So you definitely need a 4th mine here. Nice, okay. Now this one comes into play, because if this were a mine, then because of this 2, this is empty. Because of this 0, this is empty, which is actually a 1. This is empty, so that isolates this mine. So that can't be a mine. So that is, and because of this dual, we can do all of that. And because of this 1, which is actually a 2, this must be a mine, which must extend out like that. 6 must be a 5, meaning these are both mines. This 2 is definitely a 3. But I think this can't be a mine for the exact same reason. If it were, this is empty and this is empty, isolating that. So that can't be a mine. 1. It's the exact same thing. If this were a mine, this must be empty and this must be empty. So this can't be a mine. And that forces the 0, meaning this must be a mine. This 0 is actually a 1, which is complete. This mine must extend out to form its pair. This 1 implies this 1 mine here, and that finishes the 2, which is actually a 3, so that's not a mine. This 6 is actually a 5, because it can't be a 7. But, notice if this were a mine, yeah, the only way to put 4 mines in here to not break the dual is here, 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 and here. The reason why is, if this were a mine, then you can't have both of these empty, because then you can't make 5 anymore. So one of these has to be a mine, right? We can assume it's symmetrical because of this section here being vertically symmetrical, and because therefore we can assume that this has to happen. But whichever case it is, these and these are both empty, which then breaks the 6 again, because you can't make a 5 anymore. And of course it works on the opposite side as well. So that means that this can't be a mine and these are all mines. Nice. This can't be a mine now because of it's isolated. You can't put a mine there. Now this can't be a mine. If it were, this would be empty, isolating it. So this is not a mine. This is, must extend out. A 1 sees 2 already, so it's complete. A lot of 1s here. Well, this 1, I could see a 0. In fact, this 1 could also see a 0, right? Well, yeah, in fact, we know this can't be a mine, because otherwise it will be isolated. This 1 sees a 2, so this is a 0. In fact, yeah, this 1 sees, it can't be a 2, so it must be a 0. Same for this, must be a 0. And now we have 4 mines remaining. We have to make 2 pairs, and the only way to do that is to split them down the middle, like that. Nice. What was our score? 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Well, I will take that as a win. That was a cool puzzle. Not a lot of huge logic, but I think that was still cool. Alright, let's keep going. With snake and wall, I see. So, snake means your mines must form a snake. Very trivial, your snake can't diagonally branch out or touch itself. And wall, the clue indicates, yeah, it gives you a bit more information. The clue indicates the number of, the different lengths of each wall, length of consecutive mines. So this 4 is 4 in a row, this 1 is 1 in a row. Therefore I can say this, well, we don't even have to consider wall here. We know there are 4 mines in here and 1 mine in here. Therefore this set of 3 must have 3 mines in it, so they must all be mines. And because we know 4 is 4 in a row, it must either be this or this. Therefore the 1 will be complete with one of these mines, so these are both non-mines. Because of snake cannot branch itself, meaning this can't be a mine. And 2, 3 implies that these will be both empty as well, because you can't make 4. 2, 3. Well, this 2, 3 implies 2 here. Putting a mine here, definitely. And because of this 2, 3, this must extend out at least 1. And because of 2, 3, we now know that this can't be a mine. Right? Because none of these can reach here to make a mine there. Otherwise you have like 4 in a row, so that can't be a mine. Oh, this 2, 3 is complete, so that's not a mine. 6 in a row, wow. I think these are all mines. Which they are. And we can do a lot of snake logic here. None of these can be mines. Not helpful, but sure. Do we know the snake must extend out? It doesn't have to, right? Because it can do this. Have a mine here and then... but this also fails. Because notice, if this were empty, this must be a mine for it to connect to this one. This 4 therefore must have a mine here. And therefore this must be empty, which breaks 2, 3. So that means this must be a mine and this cannot. Cool, 3 in a row implies mines here and here. So this must be empty now. In fact, this 3 in a row is complete. 1, 2. Well, we don't know. We do know that the snake can't exit out here, because to do that you would break the 1, 2. Therefore the snake must exit down here. So these are both non-mines. And because the snake cannot exit out here, there is essentially some sort of dead end cutting the snake off here. That means the snake must have something here. Okay. Well, let's do some parity. What if this were a mine? If it were, then this must be empty to make a 1, 2. And at first it still seems possible, right? Because your snake can do something like this. But the trick with snake is parity. Notice to get to here, you need a snake of what length is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. You need a snake. You need 9 extra mines, and I don't know if I should bother drawing 9 mines, but you need 9 extra mines like so. In snake, whenever you go from one point to another, you need to maintain an equal parity of mines. So any other path you draw from here to here will always use an odd number of mines as well, because you're keeping the same parity as 9, which is odd. So any path you draw at all will use up 9 mines, or an odd number of mines. But clearly we don't have an odd number of mines. We have 12 remaining mines, which is even. So therefore you cannot have this 2 dead ends here like so. So this must not be a mine. A 1, 2 here implies that this is not a mine either. Yes, and because of 1, 2, there must be some number of mines here, which must then exit out. Right, so this 3 are mines. And now notice you have a dead end somewhere here and a dead end here, or somewhere here. Implies that there can't be a dead end here. So you can't have mines here, here, and here. And because we know that this 2 white block is also considered a dead end if any mines went in, then there can't be mines here and here either. Okay, 9 mines remaining. Well, let's consider. We know that there are 2 mines extra here. So this outside region can only have 7 maximum. Well, let's consider this to be a mine. To go to there, you need something like this. Then you need to connect all the way back to this section over here. And this clearly uses more than 7 mines. In fact, the same is true for this, this, and this. So I can then say that none of these are mines. 2 in a row, because of war, means this has to be a mine. And because of this... Yes, because of... if this were empty, this would be a mine. But you see this is a block of 2, which is its own dead end already. So that breaks itself, which means that this must be the second mine. This can't be empty, because then you form a dead end. In fact, this must be a mine which connects back to here. This must be empty, and this must be empty now. 2, 3 means these are all mines. So these are non-mines. 2 mines remaining, we know there are 2 mines here, so this is empty. 3 over here means these are both mines, and therefore this is not a mine. Hey, there we go. That was cool. How long did we take? 5 minutes. Also didn't take too long. Alright, what's next? Oof, negation and balance. Alright, so negation. Negation tells you the difference in number of mines. The difference in the number of mines between adjacent colored and uncolored cells. And balance tells you that every row and column has an equal number of mines. There are 8 columns, 8 rows, and each have 24. So each row and column has 3 mines total. So let's begin. I can start off with... What can I start off with? Yes, okay, I can start with something. This two over here and this two over here, they're special because the only way to complete them is 2 light cells or 2 dark cells, right? And similar for this two, it's either 2 dark or 2 light. But that implies that this set of 4 will always have 2 mines in it. And the reason why is, assume that this 2 was 2 light. Okay, then the only way for this to work is if it had 2 light as well, putting 2 mines here. But then assume this had 2 dark. Well, then this 2 must also have 2 dark. So then again, there's 2 mines here. We don't know if they are 2 dark or 2 light, but there's always 2 mines here. In fact, another implication is there's always 1 mine here as well. So we can do that. However, look at this 0 now. It needs, it's either 0 mines altogether, or it's a mine that cancels itself out with another color. Notice if this were a mine, you would need another mine here to cancel out. But then in column B you'd have 4 mines, which doesn't work because each column must have 3 only. So this can't be a mine. So this is a 0 value, which means that either both mines or both non-mines. We don't know. This 1 over here sees a quote-unquote 0 value. Therefore this must see a 1 value somehow, like that. I'm just gonna use that, a 1 value. Anything else that's useful? Ah, yes, because there's exactly 1 mine here. Then to complete column A, these are both mines. Therefore, this must be a mine to complete B. And because there are 2 mines in here, then these are both non-mines. 3 here is trivial, which means this. And therefore, we know this must be 2 dark, like that. The 0 sees 2 dark, so it needs 2 light to cancel itself out. So it must be like this, so these are both non-mines. The 1 over here sees a 0, so this must be a mine, completing column C. 3 over here must be 3 dark, like that, and only that. This 3 must be 3 dark as well. Now row 1 is complete. A 1 here implies some number of mines here, which would then complete row 2. A 0. A 0 needs a light mine to cancel itself out. And you must have 2 mines here, right? At least. Because of row 3 having 3 mines in there. Therefore, what I'm thinking is that if this were not a mine, then this has to be the mine. That cancels out the 0, but that also means these are both non-mines, which then breaks. So this can't be a non-mine, and therefore must be a mine. If this were non-mine as well, you'd have an empty mine here and empty mine here. Empty mine? Empty cell. Right? Because then these two cancel out each other, so you need to have nothing here and here. But then that breaks row 3 again, because you don't have enough space to put 3 mines. So this can't be empty as well. Therefore we know that because there are 2 light cells, there are 2 dark cells. And therefore, the third mine in row 3 has to be like so. The 1 is also complete, meaning no mine here. And this one, seeing 2 light cells, must have a dark cell to cancel out. Therefore this is not a mine. A 2 has a 0 so far, so it must have 2, meaning these are both mines. And row 4 is complete. A 0 here, this 0 sees a 0, it sees 0 already. But this 0 sees a 1, right? Yeah, it sees a -1. If you consider darker cells to be a negative value, it sees a -1. So this must see a +1 value. And there are a few ways to do that. One of the ways is to have a mine here and nothing else here, which works. But your other way is to have a mine here, here, and here. But that clearly doesn't work because row 5 now has 4 mines in it. So it can't be these 3, meaning this can't ever be a mine. Another thing is, if this were a mine, then this must be empty. To make your 0, there must be an even number of mines here. But that again doesn't work because we know there are 3 mines in row 5. So it doesn't work. So this can't be a mine and this must be the second mine. This 0 must have a dark mine cancel it out. So this is empty now. Now we know F and G, columns F and G are both complete. This 0 means something here. These must both be mines because if they were both non-mines, then column H has nothing. So these are both mines. Now row 7 is complete. Column E can be completed, so these are both mines. And then everything is trivial from here, I believe. Yeah, okay. Time? Oh, I didn't start the timer. Dang, okay, well, I have messed up. That's okay. Do we have time for one more? Sure. Wow, we're actually making decent progress. Alright, let's start the timer. What is this? Quad and partition. Well, quad means that there must be one mine in every 2x2 area, and partition means that your numbers tell you the number of distinct walls around it. We can start with this one over here, for example. If this were a mine, then by partition, I need to find the correct color. By partition, these are both non-mines. Shit, I don't know if I should use this or not. Maybe I'll use cyan. Is this even cyan? Like, I was having this stupid conversation with my friends once about like, what the heck cyan? And then they told me it was green and blue, but is it? I was told on Wikipedia it's also green and blue, but is this cyan? Is this cyan? Because there is no green in this, is there? I don't know. No, well, whatever it is. Assume this were a mine, then these are both non-mines. Then you'd break a quad here, because then you'd have a 2x2 area with no mines in it. So this can't be a mine. And then by quad, this has to be a mine. In fact, by quad, you can also say this is a mine. In fact, by partition, the only way to make 2 is to break it up like that. In fact, the same for this 2 applies. These have to be mines. And then this 2 means that this has to happen. This 2 already has one wall here and then like one wall here. So this can't be a mine. Then by quad, this must be a mine. And then by 2, this must join to here. This 2 can only be completed like this. In fact, this 3, well, we don't know. But we know that this 2 is already complete, so this can't be a mine. And for this 3 to work, you must have a mine here and here. 2. We don't know. I don't think so. Well, this 1 is very interesting here because I don't know. Okay, it's this 2, this 1, this 2, and this set of mines here, all together, working together. Assume this were a mine, then this have to be empty to preserve this 2. Now, because there must be some number of mines here and this 1, you would have to have the mines connect all the way here. But then notice this 2 being broken because you have a straight set of mines. That means that there can't be a mine here. Cool. This 2 over here is complete. There's 1 here and 1 here. So there's no mine here. 4. Well, 4 partition means this has to be a mine and this has to be a mine. This is not a mine then. And because of this 1, these must all be mines to join them up. 3 can only be completed in one way. This 2, well, if this were empty, then by this 2, this will also have to be empty, making your quad. So that can't be empty. And because of 2, this must join up. This 3 can only be completed in one way, like that. And this 2 means this is not a mine. This 2 over here must have a second mine here to complete itself. And this 2 over here can also be completed, like that. Ooh, okay, 4 mines remaining means that all 4 of these remaining cells must be mines. Cool. What's our time? 3. Oh wow, this was way easier. 3 minutes. Nice. Nice. We'll take it. We'll take it. Dang. Okay. That was awesome. Okay. What's this? Timer's on. Connected and eyesight. Connected means all your mines must be in a group. You can't have any isolated mines like that. Simple enough, but eyesight is an issue because eyesight means the number of cells that the number can see, a number of non-mines it can see in the 4 directions until it hits a mine or a wall. Yeah. Okay. So first we can definitely look at this one over here. We know that in eyesight the numbers actually see themselves. So this one sees itself and therefore cannot see anything else. Must be blocked off. This 8 though, it sees a maximum of 5 here. And therefore it must see at least 3 more vertically. So that's 3 more. Yes, also, because this line cannot hit the 2, otherwise your 2 would break massively. You must have a blockage here, right? Meaning maximally you can only see something like this. This 8 sees 5 vertically and therefore must see 3 more horizontally. In which case it must see this at least, and it must see this at least. So these are both empty as well. A 7. Well, whatever the 8 sees, a 7 must see 1 less. So the 7 means these 2 must be empty as well. Oh, more numbers. Okay. Right, I know this must be empty. And the reason why is if this were a mine, then the 8 must do this. Oh, but it's not the same thing because you could have a mine here, right? Well, you can't. Can you? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4. Oh, this is fine. What? Why did I say this was not fine? This is fine. Okay. Well, yeah, no, actually. No, we know this must be a mine, but that's a very trivial deduction. Oh, this eyesight nonsense is not doing well. What about this, what about this 8 here then? Yes, because this 6 sees 1 here, you can only see 5 vertically here. This 8 seeing 5 vertically must see 3 more horizontally. So at least it's either like this or like this, meaning that in all cases, these are both empty. Cool. Okay, this 6 over here sees 4 so far. What if we don't know anything else? Yeah, okay, let's try and do some of that bifurcation nonsense. Not bifurcation, we look at 2 states. So notice that this 6 can really only be a 5 or a 4, right? Well, it could be a 3 as well. Could it be a 5? No, it can't be a 5, because if it were a 5, then this 8 must see 1 longer than it, but then it will touch a 2 in that case. So they can't be a 5, and in fact, therefore, it must be a 4. Because it can't be a 3 either. If it were a 3... 2, 4... Oh no, it can be a 3. So this is either a 4 or a 3. So let's see, it's either a 4. If it were a 4, then this 8 sees 4 here, must see 5 horizontally. This 6 must therefore see 2 horizontally, because it sees itself. This 8 must see 5 vertically, and in total there would be 4 horizontally, I think. And then this 6 over here would see 3 horizontally. That's one step. The other step is, or the other way to do it is, if you had a 5 here, then this must be a 2. Oh, I see there's some deduction here already. This being a 5 means that this has to be a 4. Means that this has to be a 3, this has to be a 6, and this has to be a 3 as well. But notice this 3 and 2 over here implies that this can't be empty, otherwise you'd have 4, which isn't an option. So this has to be a mine. And see, because we have 4 and 5, 5 and 6 here. Wait, what? Why did I think of this as 5? No, I didn't think of this as 5, right? No, I thought was this 3? Yeah, it was 4 or 3, it can't be a 5. Wait, but does that mean this is a 4? Implying this must always be empty? What? Then why is this a mine then? Huh. That's weird. Okay. Well, right, sure. If this is a 4, this is a 3, this is a 6, this is a 1. Oh, but it can't be a 1. We already see that. It can't be a 1. This so the orange is basically incorrect. Meaning that the blue is correct here, and therefore we can make a lot of deductions like that. This is empty, this is empty, these are both mines. This 3 is complete. This 2 is complete. This 4 means this is a mine. This 4 is complete. This is therefore a 5, which is not a mine. I like this diagonal line of mines here. This 5 can be like that. This 6 means this has to be empty. This 2 means this has to be a mine. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Also, this set of mines has to connect out to its line here. Alright. Well, this 5 over here sees a maximum of 2 more here. So it must see these and this being empty. Cool. This 7... Well, the 7 sees a 5 vertical maximum, so it could see this 2 or this 2 or anything like that. That's fine. Oh, in fact, this... Alright, let's do another one. This 5 must be a 4 or 5. Can't be a 3, because you can't do anything horizontally. But, assume this 5 were a 4 first, then this must be a 2. This must be a 4. Assuming this was a 5 next, then this must be a 1, and this must be a 3. Not sure what I could do with that information. Is it connected? Wow, I don't know. This 2 over here sees 1 more here, but then doesn't do anything. Might just have to bifurcate then. Okay, well, okay, let's say this is a mine then. Then these are both empty. And then what? I don't see anything after this. Okay, well, what if this was a mine? These are both empty. Then because this must be a 4, these are both empty as well, I think. Doesn't break, although like, I don't know. And then also what if this were a mine so that these are both empty? And these are both empty as well. Again, doesn't break, I just don't know what. Is this connected? So like maybe this is connected then. Although another thing we could think of is, because of this too, there must be some number of mines here. And they have to exit out. Right. So I mean the best way to do that is to do this, because you can just take exit here. Otherwise though, if this happened, then this mine over here has to kind of exit out through like that. And I guess let's think about it, right? Suppose these are both empty. Then because there's some number of mines here which must escape, in fact this too is complete. This mine must escape through here, implying this must be this already. And therefore this is empty and this is a mine. It doesn't break anything right now, but maybe that seems pretty good. And therefore, because in this case this must be empty, in the other case where this is in fact a mine, because this must have at least 3 in it, this must also be empty. So this is always empty. And there we go. There's our 4. Okay, well, we can continue the chain here. If this were a 3, then the vertical must be a 2. If it were a 4, the vertical must be a 1. But, okay, no idea what happens yet. Assume it were a 1 then. You get this. Then you get this and this. I don't see anything. Can't say for sure. Alright, well, what if this were a 2? Again, okay, let's see. What if this were not a mine then? Let's just try that out. If this were not a mine, then because we are following the blue path now, this has to happen. Wait, are we following the blue path? How is the blue path even possible? In fact, how is this possible? I think I counted wrong then. Oh, no, it is. One of the paths are possible. The other one's not, I don't think. Yeah, in fact, the orange is not possible. Because this 1 here and this 2 here clash. For the 2 to happen, this must be empty. But then that breaks the 1 here. So orange is wrong. And blue is right. In fact, blue is right. And the only way to do that is if they were a 1. And therefore, this is not a mine. Ah, I see. And because of blue, we can now confidently do all of the extra stuff. This 5 means this is empty. This 6 means this is empty. This is a mine. This is a mine. This 2 must extend out here. This must connect to the outside. So that has to be a mine. That all is all done. This 3 over here means this has to be empty. So this has to extend out. 4 mines remain. This 2, well, this has to be a mine clearly because it can't see all of this. So this 2 means this must be empty. And 3 mines remaining, so these are all mines. Wow, that was cool. I think it was on me for not seeing any of this stuff. Because that would have been a normal deduction for an eyesight puzzle, to be fully honest. This 1, 2 and this 2, 1 combination here. That's actually a really good piece of logic that I was not looking at. Wow, okay. That was cool. I also did not stop my timer. 15 minutes. We took a bit longer on this one, but that's understandable. How many puzzles do we do? Like 6? We have made insane progress. 6, so there's only like 14 more to go. We'll do more next time. So yeah, until then, see ya.